Hello and welcome to the Michigan Panthers Football Podcast. I'm your host today, Eric Rintamaki, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in and ask that if you end up liking this content, that you like and subscribe to the channel. We are just getting started here at Michigan Panthers Football Podcast, and we have some big news already. So get this, both Will Rock Jr. and myself are now credentialed media members for the Michigan Panthers and the UFL, which means we will be down on the field pregame. We're going to be up in the press box during the game. And we're even going to get to go to the coaches and players' press conferences after the game. And we start with the Panthers' first home game of the season tomorrow at Ford Field, Friday, April 4th at 8 p.m. when the 1-0 Michigan Panthers take on the 0-1 Birmingham Stallions. The Michigan Panthers last played the Stallions in the playoffs of the first season of the UFL in 2024. Last season, the Stallions were a league best 9-1 during the regular season, while besting the Panthers twice in the regular season and once in the first round of the playoffs. The Stallions went on to win the championship for the first year of the UFL, and it was their third consecutive championship in a row, including the USFL years. Fast forward to this year, and the Stallions stalled out in week 1 while taking on the DC Defenders and losing by a score of 18-11. The Defenders fittingly used a stellar defensive performance to deal the Stallions a week 1 defeat. DC shut out Birmingham in the second half and completely nullified 2023 USFL MVP Alex Magoo as a passer, sacking the quarterback 8 times with a smothering defense. Meanwhile, the Michigan Panthers beat the Memphis Showboats 26-12, with quarterback Bryce Perkins, my favorite UFL player right now, going 16 for 19 for 177 yards total and 2 total touchdowns. On defense, Kaya Nakua, brother of Puka Nakua, intercepted an E.J. Perry pass 80 yards for a defensive score with just 26 seconds left to seal the game and give the Panthers a win to start the season. This weekend, the Stallions will travel to Ford Field to take on the Panthers, and while the Panthers are 1-0 and the Stallions are 0-1, the Stallions are now actually 2.5-point favorites after opening up as only 1.5-point favorites. So Vegas must be on to something. So let's get into this a little bit more. The over-under on this game is 38.5 points, and the Stallions are minus 135 on the money line. This looks to be the closest game of the weekend, as Vegas has the other 3 games as 7 points or higher on all of their point spreads. So like I said before, the Stallions are a 2.5-point favorite at the Panthers tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on Fox, with an over-under of 38.5 points. The Showboats on Saturday will travel to the Defenders, and they are 8-point underdogs on Saturday on ABC at 8 p.m. And then Sunday kicks off at noon with the Roughnecks, who are 8.5-point dogs. No, now they're up to 10-point dogs at the Renegades at noon on Sunday on ESPN, and that is a 39-point over-under. And the Renegades were my XFL team, so they're the other team I kind of root for in the UFL. So I had put a bet on the Renegades the first season of the XFL to win the championship, and they did. And then I've been betting the Panthers every year since the USFL and the UFL. So we'll see how I do. And then our last game of the weekend is the Brahmas at +7 at the Battlehawks, who are a pretty decent team, at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday on FS1. It's kind of a bummer that it's on FS1. I wish all the games were either ABC, Fox, or ESPN, but a few of them are going to be on FS1 apparently. And that game's got a 39.5-point over-under. So after looking at this week's matchup between the Stallions and the Panthers, this could end up being the game of the week in the UFL, according to Vegas. Now, I would like to get into player injuries. Okay, so we are going to look at the injury report for the Birmingham Stallions first for this weekend. So Alex Magoo had a left quad injury, and he has been a full participant all week, and now he is a full go for tomorrow night. And then Armani Taylor, for personal reasons, was out on Monday, did not practice on Tuesday, was a full participant on Wednesday, and he is a full go for tomorrow night's game. CJ Mirabal, running back, personal reasons. Same with him, but he did not practice all week, and he is out for this game. And then Deontay Brown, their guard, has an illness. He had a limited practice on Wednesday, and he is probable for this game. So they've already got one out and one probable. And then JoJo Tillery, their free safety, had a left hip, and he's been limited all week, but he is a full go for the game. Keaton Sutherland, their guard, has a left calf. He did not practice on Monday, but was a full go the rest of the week, and he is a full go for this game. LaMichael Petaway, their tight end, has a left hip, and he did not practice at all this week, and he is out. Kenny Robinson Jr., their strong safety, has a right ankle. He was limited on Wednesday, but then did not practice Thursday and Friday, and he is also out. And then last but not least, Madre Harper, their cornerback, has a left shoulder, and he was full or limited in practice all week and is now a full go. So they have 1, 2, 3 players out and 1 probable. Everybody else is a full go. Now, for the Michigan Panthers, their list is much shorter and looking a lot better. So Donovan Mooten, the outside linebacker, had an illness. He did not practice until Wednesday, but he practiced full on Wednesday, and he is a full go for this game. Sayosi Mariner, the wide receiver, has a left wrist. He did not practice on Monday, and he was limited on Tuesday and Wednesday, but he is probable for this matchup tomorrow night. And then TJ Carter, the defensive end, has a lower back issue. He was limited on Monday and a full participant on Tuesday and Wednesday, and he is a full go for this game. Walter Palmore, the defensive tackle, had a left hamstring, limited on Monday, full go the rest of the week, and he is a full go for this game. So there are your players who are on the injury report for this week, Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025 through Friday, April 4th. And this game is going to be a great game. I think the Stallions are going to be dealing with a few more injuries than the Panthers. The Panthers are coming in pretty healthy. This is their home opener. It's the first game of the season. I think this is going to be a really fun game. I get to, for the first time, be on the sidelines before the game. I get to be up in the press box during the game and down on the field after the game and in all of the interviews after the game. So this is going to be my first experience being a media member for a real organized professional football game. And this is going to be a blast. I hope to see some of you guys there tomorrow. Let's fill the seats. Let's put some butts in those seats and let's fill it up. And until next week, after the game, I'll do another one of these, and hopefully I'll have some really cool stuff, like maybe an interview with a coach or a player or something like that. So come back every week. I'm going to try to do this 2 or 3 times a week, and I might even write a little bit now about the Michigan Panthers just to get something up. All right? Talk to you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.